Hey guys, Jason here with my review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I know I'm about a week late. In fact, I saw the movie about a week ago, but I've just been so busy and life has been so crazy. I didn't get around to recording this until today. So here we go. I thought this movie was pretty good. There were certainly parts of it I liked, just like there were parts of the previous film I liked. Two of those big things that I really liked were Knuckles and Tails. Idris Elba is just hilarious as Knuckles in this kind of fish out of water, stern, buff, warrior kind of way. He very much reminds me of Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. But if Drax were a short, red echidna with big fists, like he doesn't even know what ice cream is. I thought that was hilarious. That was funny to me. Tails. I liked Tails a lot. Colleen O'Shaughnessy has been doing the role for over a decade, and rightfully so. She knows what she's doing. That little guy is adorable, and the dynamic between him and Sonic is always fun. Ben Schwartz still reliable as always as Sonic the Hedgehog. Not much I can really say about him because he was in the previous film, and the character does go through a bit of growth, but I mean it's the same kind of thing from the previous film, which I thought was a fun part of the previous film. I certainly liked it. Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik was, I mean, just as fun as you'd expect. Almost like the previous film, but I think far more wacky and unhinged. There is certainly a level of menace that I think is fully embodied in his crazy, wild mustache in this film. I will say there's a wedding subplot that just kind of left me feeling like this is the movie right now. What? Now, this is a kid's movie, so I can't be too hard on this, but it just feels to me like they needed to have the human characters doing something to kind of explain why they weren't really... Because they weren't really necessary to most of the plot through most of the film. So they kind of needed to have them do something somewhere until they were really needed and necessary, so they had them go off on this wedding, which was fine. The only thing I thought was kind of confusing about the whole thing was the fact that they had to keep cutting back to this wedding. I honestly feel like it wasn't really necessary to cut back to the wedding. If they would have lost that, if they would have just explained that they were off at a wedding and come back to it, I think that would have been fine. Now the payoff to the wedding is I thought was pretty interesting, but I mean, even if you didn't cut back and forth to the wedding, I think that still would have worked just fine. But the things really do definitely pick up in the final act, and it is quite a big final act. I think a lot bigger than the previous film, which I also thought was pretty great. Mid-credit scene wise, there is one, and there's something big coming for the next film, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which has already been greenlit by Paramount, so it is definitely coming, as well as the Knuckles series for Paramount Plus, which I am also very excited about, especially after seeing this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I really enjoyed this movie for what it was. All in all, I think I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 stars for my review. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click on that notification bell to get updates on my future videos. Until next time, have a good one.